Peeking into the mysterious world of a 3-month rainwater bucket, what creatures are there? Opening. Have you ever seen a rainwater bucket that hasn't been emptied for months? On the surface, it might seem ordinary. But did you know that beneath that seemingly calm water lies a small town full of intrigue, hunting, and even microscopic monsters? It contains much more than just dirty water. Get ready, because we'll encounter giant mosquito larvae, agile, invisible hunters, and the mystery of tiny, wandering skeletons. Let's begin our adventure. Part 1. First discovery: what floats? The first thing that caught my attention were the strange floating objects. There was a whole ant skeleton, complete with head and body, but it was already dried out. There were also tiny, thin wings like shredded plastic. Next to them, colorful microfibers, perhaps from clothing or rags, and fine hairs from an unknown animal. Ants searching for water or falling in while exploring are unable to escape because the bucket's walls are slippery. They sink, and the soft tissue rots away, leaving only a hard chitin skeleton. Insect wings, especially those of termites or flying ants, also fall off. The fine fibers remain in the air, carried by the wind, and then settle in the water. Part 2. The jumping residents of the slime. Look slowly. There are some jumping like mini fleas in the water. Others are swimming agilely in circles. What are they? The ones jumping are copepods. Their bodies are like mini grains of rice. Then the ones swimming are ostracods, also called water peanuts because their shape resembles seeds. But wait, how can they be in rainwater? The answer is they can be carried by dust, stick to the feet of birds or insects. Then when the rainwater stagnates and time lingers, the eggs hatch. Part 3. Flyers from small to large. There were wriggling creatures. Yes, mosquito larvae. But what's interesting is that their size varies greatly. Some are as small as grains of sand, others as small as rice grains. Because the size of the larvae depends on the size of the female mosquitoes. They don't come once to lay their eggs. They come repeatedly. Part 4. Parasites, uninvited guests. Parasites are found. These parasites can be protozoa, such as Giardia or Cryptosporidium, or even worm larvae, such as Strongyloides. External contamination can enter the collection bucket. For example, lizard or bird droppings falling from the roof, soil dust containing protozoan cysts, or splash water from contaminated environments. Part 5. What are the danger if it enters the body? It's dangerous if our broken skin comes into contact with this water. Giardia and Cryptosporidium cause prolonged diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and dehydration. Entamoeba histolytica can cause amoebic dysentery and even liver abscesses. Hookworm larvae, or Strongyloides, can penetrate the skin, causing intestinal infections or itchy skin rashes. Not to mention the leptospira bacteria, which are also often found in stagnant water and can trigger leptospirosis, a disease that can damage the kidneys. Part 6. The miracle of salty. Some might be wondering, rainwater is fresh, but why does the water in this bucket taste slightly salty or astringent? That's due to the 3-month evaporation process. The water evaporates, but minerals and dirt from dust, sand, or roofing materials remain and become concentrated. Furthermore, the activity of microorganisms produces various compounds. So the salty taste is a mixture of minerals, ammonia, and dissolved organic matter. Part 7. The movement of lazy mosquito larvators. One thing that often confuses people is why the mosquito larvae in this bucket don't swim like fish, but only wriggle. Mosquito larvae, especially those of the Aedes and Culex species, are not active swimmers. They prefer to cling to walls or the surface of water, then wriggle their bodies to create a water current that carries bacteria and food particles to their mouths. They also need to rise to the surface to take in oxygen through a breathing tube in their tail. Part 8. Slippy micro monsters. Are they dangerous? So what about those agile swimming creatures? Are they dangerous to humans? The answer is straightforward no. They don't bite, sting, or pierce the skin. In fact, copepods are often used to control mosquito larvae because they prey on eggs and newly hatched larvae. However, their presence in large numbers indicates that the water is rich in organic matter, which also harbors pathogens. So, they act as natural warning signs. Part 9. Who eats whom? Are they friends, or are they killing each other? It turns out, a fierce civil war is taking place inside this bucket. Copepods and large protozoa are fierce predators of first instar mosquito larvae, preying on the baby mosquitoes. But once the larvae grow larger, it's their turn to devour the copepods and protozoa. The larvae filter the water and swallow any microscopic organisms small enough. And what about parasites? They live freely or wait for a host. If they're a pathogenic protozoa, they might be eaten by the larvae, but they don't necessarily harm them. So there's no mutually beneficial relationship here. This reminds us that even the smallest ecosystem still follows a natural rule. The strong and fortunate survive. Closing. My advice: don't let water sit for more than a week. Whether it's a bucket, bathtub, or rainwater reservoir, cover it tightly if possible, or drain and scrub the walls regularly. This way, we break the mosquito life cycle and prevent parasites from developing. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey into the unseen world. I hope this video has been insightful and makes us more aware of the small environment around us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the next science adventure. See you there. Keep learning until you are old, because without learning there will be no end.